Okay, how we doing out there? First things first, my name's Kenneth Bird. I'm the creator of Luminous 4K screen paint using ambient light rejection technology gain times 8. Now, I said in my last demonstration, I talked about a few, actually before that, a few screen paints that are out there on the market. Some people are showing you how to make it. Other stuff you can pretty much make yourself. Now, keep in mind, I'm in the business of designing screen paint, and you're probably thinking, why would you do something like that? Because you'll be shooting yourself in the foot. Not really, to tell you the truth. This stuff is so poor quality that I can show you how to make it if you choose you want to go down that road and you basically want a poor quality screen. I mean, it's up to you. Some people don't feel they need contrast levels. They feel it's not important. It doesn't have anything to do with the picture quality of your screen with the lights on or lights off. Some people believe that even with the lights out in the dark, they are achieving black levels. And I'm here to tell you that you're not achieving anything at all. You're not getting black levels. I don't care how high power the contrast capability on your projector is. You're just not getting contrast at all, period. All right, so this is going to be for another demonstration on its own. Someone sent me a link on, someone actually was posting on how to do it yourself black screen paint. Keep in mind that one element right there is very, very dangerous and extremely toxic. I'll be doing that mixing outside, and I'll tell you why you do not use this particular element. It is very dangerous. You will need a mask and gloves, and I'm going to show you with this so-called whatever black mix is supposed to be. We're going to do a side-by-side demonstration on our black versus our black technology, sorry about that, on white levels. As I said before, and I doubt, pretty much judging by the measurements, it's going to come out black. It's probably going to come out like a bit of a dark gray or something, but it's not black. Anyway, so let's get back to this. So if you're, instead of you paying $80 or $100 for 2 quarts, you can make a gallon of this stuff for cheap. Pretty much, I used to do gray screen paint back in the day, and back in the day, that's when it was all the rage. Now, black technology, darker screens, everybody wants that now. They want that OLED-looking screen. That's what they want. They just, OLED prices are very expensive. So, you can use anything gray. You can use bare silver screen. You can use primer, whatever, you know what I mean. If you're using white paint, you just go get some black paint and you put a couple of teaspoons in and you darken it. That's pretty much the tinter right there. That just tints it, changes the color to make it darker, changes the color to make it lighter, whatever. It's no difference because they all react the same way. You know, if you take a gray screen, you put it on contrast, it can't produce contrast. If you put it on high white levels and beautiful bright colors, it's going to produce that image because that screen is designed to produce a higher white level but poor contrast. Now, these are some of the things that I can show you. If you're going to go that route of doing a cheap screen, you might just do it for free. All right, so any kind of Christmas glitter, it really doesn't make a difference. Any kind of Christmas glitter, hobby glitter, whatever, they put that in there to make the screen react to ambient light. That's what the glitter is supposed to do. It's supposed to make the screen react brighter to ambient light. It doesn't work. Any kind of silver, kind of metallic paint. I don't know if I can get my camera to focus on this a little better here. There we go. There we go. Right there. Pretty much that's it right there. And gray paint. Any kind of gray paint. And if you want to darken it, throw some black in it. And there you go. But the bottom line is, I'll show you exactly what you get because I just painted one side. She painted the entire screen, but the other half is using, I got my screen hanging up there with Velcro. So here we are. I'm showing you. This is the results that you're going to get. Now keep in mind the black screen, of course, is our technology. That is a Supreme 8 ambient light projection screen paint. And the projector I'm using is my Optoma Ultra Short Throw. That's a GT 5500 that has a 20,000 to 1 contrast ratio, which some people believe that if I have a projector that's 20,000, 10,000, 12,000, 8,000, I'm not going to mix that up a bit, you are going to be able to achieve contrast levels. No, you can't. If I calibrate my projector, will I achieve contrast levels? No, you won't. If I'm in a dark environment, will I achieve contrast levels? No. What you're actually seeing is not black levels. You're seeing darker shades of gray. That's all you're seeing. This is our technology, and our technology is producing a star field demonstration in a dark environment. Now, if I'm wrong, and there's any gray screen paints out there that are different from what I'm showing in the demonstration, they should have no problem mimicking the exact same demonstration on using a star field. And any form of black sheet of paper or whatever doesn't make a difference, because the difference between, people say, well, some people might say, well, what is the difference between your black screen paint and another black screen? Well, our screens produce a higher white level. Now, the white level may not be as high as a gray screen, and the white levels may not be as high as a white screen, because a white screen can produce the highest white levels of any of the screens, even higher than gray, because it's white. But keep in mind, white screens can't produce contrast, where a gray screen of this color is going to produce a slightly higher because it's darker, but it can't produce the same white level as a white screen, and neither one of them can produce real contrast. Now, when it comes to our technology, we have to prove to our people we do business with, can the black screen produce a higher white level than if I use black paint or if I use black material? Can it produce? I have demonstrations on that. I'll put them at the bottom of the comments section for you to check out for yourself. Now, this is the reason why our technology can sit here with the lights on, where a gray screen cannot do this, because it can't pull contrast. It's not because the image is fading, it's because the image can't pull contrast. And I can come on here and show you a cheap screen paint mix that you can make it for $1 gallon. And this is a result you're going to get. You're not going to be able to get this. If you own an Optoma GT 5500, forget it. You're not getting your contrast. And you paid all that, and you paid for that, because Optoma's not giving you that for free. Now, this is the reason why when I do demonstrations and people say, well, it's not fair because you got the lights on and the screen can't perform well, you just answered your own question why you should not be dealing with a gray screen. Because if you have your lights on, the screen's going to wash out. That's why you're sitting in the dark. What's the point of you spending all this money for your ultimate man cave, all your collectibles, everything decorating your wall of all your achievements and things you went to auctions and all these different trophies you have in your man cave, if nobody can't see them? Because every time you turn that projector on to watch the game, you have to be sitting in the dark. Now, I know I have my lights on back there, so we're going to change that. We're going to go up top. I'm going to hit my main lights upstairs. You have to excuse my living quarters, they're a little messy. And we'll hit our main lights over here. These will knock out the lights downstairs. And that way we will have complete darkness with no light pushing in. All right, bottom stairs on trip. See? So now my lights are out. Nice and dark in the environment. And let's see what we got. And there you go. For those of you who have dedicated home theater setups, and you feel that because your projector has a 20,000 to 1 contrast, or maybe higher, and you feel that you will make up for it in the dark, you will not. If my screen wasn't there, you would think you were looking at contrast. You're actually looking at gray. All right, so let's grab ourselves something else. Now keep in mind, OLED demonstrations, the background of an OLED demonstration is black. It's not gray, it's not white, it's black. Now, because our screens can produce a higher white level, it has the ability to produce very bright images that can blend from time to time into lighter gray screens. All right, see how pale the fish looks? Now watch when it hits the gray screen. So you think because you're sitting in the dark, you think that you're pulling up the best picture quality you can from your projector. This is why people tell you have to calibrate your projector. Calibrating a projector came from when projection screens were all white. You had no choice but to calibrate your projector to get the color to adjust just right, because the screen did not have the capability of pulling those colors. As you can see in our black technology, it has the ability to be able to pull contrast and white levels. See the white levels right across here? Now look at the fish. Look at the tail of the fish. Look how faded and washed out it looks. You see the shine on the scales right here? That's the kind of stuff you got to look for when you, like I said, I'll show you how to, if you want to make cheap paint, and you want the very least out of your projector, I'll show you how to do it. I'll show you how to cheat yourself out of your projector. I'll show you exactly how to do it. So that's one of the beautiful things about our technology. It produces a very high white level. White level is so outstanding that you really don't miss it. Even like I said, even matched with a lighter screen, you're really not going to see much of a difference. Okay, let's go with, this is called a black test. Now the black test, basically the background has to show up black. See how the white wall is faded? The image, look at our technology here. Those of you that are using white screens, this is a wake-up call for you. Let me pause right there on the flower. Now you see how deep the reds are here? Now the background of this is called a black level test. The background has to be to produce a black image. It can't produce gray. Anytime you see a screen doing a demonstration, they pause it, you'll see it. You'll see the level right there. Sometimes they won't pause it because you'll be able to see the background, but you have to look at the background. The background tells the entire story if the screen is producing contrast. As you can see, our background produces black and color, where here it produces a faded image. Let's see when it comes to the flower. Look at the detail here in the flower. The detail here, like I said, look at the background. It's all showing up. The screen can display color and black and contrast at the same time. See how gorgeous that color is right there? That looks absolutely amazing. Hold on for a minute. Now if I turn on any light in the environment, that screen's going to start to fade and it's going to start to wash out. The background in the demonstration is supposed to be black. See the color pop here? The flowers, the roses, the drops of rain. Look at the white levels on our black technology. It's faded and washed out here. And if you look at the white wall and the gray screen, there isn't much of a difference, just by a little bit of contrast. That's basically about it. Now, if I were to go upstairs and put any light in the environment, any harsh lighting, the environment, you'll see why your screen washes out when the light hits it. That camera focus a little better there. There we go. Cannot pull the image. And if you go back to a simple star field demonstration, you can't pull contrast. Not in a fully lit environment. So like I said, if you're going to go cheap on the screen, they're all the gray screens. I got to sweep my steps. The gray screens pretty much all react the same way. If you're going to spend $82 or $100 for gray screen paint, you might as well make it yourself, because you're going to get the same reaction. I guarantee you. Do the test for yourself. Take the ingredients I just showed you, make it yourself, and see how well your screen pulls up when it comes to contrast. Gray screens and white screens cannot produce contrast. Even here, Projector's 20,000 to 1. The difference between our black technology is the fact that we can pull high white levels. And because our screen can pull a high white level, it gives it the ability to be able to be brighter than most black screens. We can pull natural skin tones. We can pull white snow levels. And if you're looking at this in the dark, some people in some demonstrations will try to say that, look, black screens images will come up so dark that you can't even see the image. As you're seeing here in the demonstration, I've done these live. Not so. It depends on the technology of the white level of that black screen. But this background here is supposed to be black. You think you're seeing black. You're not seeing black. You're seeing a shade of dark gray. And our screen's sitting right next to a light gray screen. And as you can see, our image is not so black that you can't see it. Now, when you look at an OLED TV, if you notice, the background of an OLED TV does not look like this, it looks like that. OLEDs have completely black backgrounds. Now, if you had one of them old TVs from back in the day that had a gray tube, it would look like this. Now look at the white wall, look at the gray screen. It isn't much of a difference, like I told you. That's the case. You might just like people going out and spending the money for a white screen. You might just use your wall. It's going to do the exact same thing. Now look at the black contrast on our technology of deep space. Look at the gray screen. Look at the white wall. They're exactly the same. See how deep and rich the colors look? Hey, that's why when somebody tells you that they have a gray screen, they cannot produce ambient light. Gray and white screens are not ambient light projection. That is true. They're not. They don't have the capability to pull ambient light, reject it. They don't have that capability. See how faded the image looks? That's why when you use these screens, you have to be sitting in the dark 24/7. That's the only way that image is going to pull up. You're going to have to be in the dark. Have to be sitting in the dark. All right, let's go back to our still field demonstration. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that video demonstration. Oh, hold on for a minute. Hope you enjoyed that video demonstration. Like I said, if you're going to go cheap on a projection screen paint, you don't have to pay for it. You can make it yourself. But like I said, be warned, it's going to come. You're going to get a poor picture quality. And yes, you will be sitting in the dark. There'll be no such thing as ambient light projection technology. You cannot get that from that screen at all whatsoever. I don't care what anybody tells you. That screen's going to wash out. It's going to fade. Your color's not going to pop. You're not going to get the best out of your projector. And yes, you will have to calibrate your projector in order to try to get the colors right. But it's still not going to make up for what you're going to lose. It's just a loss all the way around. I wouldn't even bother with it, to tell you the truth. Like I said, but if you want to go down that route and making a cheap paint, there you go. That's the reason why I do these demonstrations showing you how to make this paint. Because on my end, I'm not losing any money here because customers want that deep contrast. That's what they want. They don't want to be sitting up in an environment in the dark trying to figure out whether or not if their screen is going to be to produce true contrast. They want their colors to pop. They want better black levels. All in all, they want a massive OLED TV in their home without paying the price of one. And when you're dealing with light gray screens and white screens, you're just missing so much from your projector. You do all that time, you do all that research just to get probably about maybe 60–70% of your projector's capability. When it comes to contrast, you're getting nothing. You're getting absolutely nothing from your projector. That's it. And I have people coming and tell me, well, look, I got 20,000 to 1. Really don't make a difference. You're not getting it. The screen looks fantastic. It doesn't. It doesn't. All right. Hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. Thank you all for your time. We're going to be doing this demonstration today on this mess right here. Like I said, this stuff right here, very dangerous. I'm going to tell you in the video to stay away from it. I'm telling you to stay away from it now. All right, got to go, and God bless.